All right, guys, let's talk the contain glitch, right? A lot of people are using this as their base defense. Most people don't have defense besides this. So the contain glitch is something you're going to have to get used to using. You're going to have to get used to beating, more importantly than using, until it gets patched, right? We fully expect this to get patched at some point, but until it does, you're going to need to know how to actually counter this. So I'm not going to go ahead, focus too much on the setup here. This is at a 4-3 over. It can be done out of pretty much every defensive formation at this point. To do it out of this formation, you simply pinch your defensive line, QB contain. You want to take the defensive end on the right, put him into something besides a rush angle, so you have the defensive tackle on a contain. It looks like this, 3-man rush. You want to mug the gap, right? Just like this is the base version of this defense. Like I said, there's nothing really crazy with this. You can do this out of pretty much every formation in the game. But when you do this, you'll see that it's not going to matter if you're really in empty protection, if you're in base protection. None of that stuff truly matters. But what you'll see happen here is you get the contains that just loop right around the edges. Simple 3-man rush. We end up getting 2 people free there. And go to the instant replay. I'm sure anybody that's playing the game right now has seen this or has run into this. But you can see it's pretty much how it works, right? Quarterback drops back. The contains loop out too far. The offensive tackles don't set properly, and you end up getting screamed at. So simple thing to do, right? Very good defense. That's a very strong defense. You can do it out of every coverage shell in the game. And like I said, it's not going to matter if it's baseline or empty protection. You can half slide to take away one side, but then the other side comes free. It can be a disaster if you don't know how to beat it. But I wanted to go ahead and just talk to you about the basics, right? The simple ways to beat this. Now, you can go ahead and we've put out content already that says just step up in the pocket, right? So the easiest way to truly beat this is you're just going to step up in the pocket, right? So you can go ahead, say boom, you're like, all right, cool, cancel my drop back, and I've got all day, right? Now I can make my read, I can go through everything, and you're fine. Most people are not going to truly know how to cancel their drop back. The way you do it is you simply just click up on the left thumbstick twice, and that's going to be the easiest way, right? You're just going to stop your drop back from happening. Now, a lot of people are going to be focused on the reads. Is pressure coming? Are they sending a corner blitz? Where's their user? Who in the world did they switch stick to, right? There's things like that you got to worry about that a lot of people are going to struggle with. So even something as simple as saying, oh yeah, just step up in the pocket, right? We'll go ahead, hike the ball, boom, cancel my drop back. You can see, even with me, quote unquote, canceling my drop back, I didn't do a good enough job of it initially, and the contain came in free. So that can be a problem for a lot of people. Right? So let's talk about how we can do it to where the game is going to do it for us, right? Say we want to go ahead, we want to cancel our drop back, and we don't want to worry about having to click up twice on the left stick to cancel our drop back. We don't want to worry about it at all. The easiest way to do it is, and I'm not going to give you a specific play, you're going to go ahead and go to your concepts, right? If you go and you look at your quick passes on your concepts, any of these quick pass, right? So you've got Omaha, Ohio, stick, spacing, slant, scat, any of those. So if you just pull up your quick pass menu, any of these plays that you see that I'm just scrolling through, right? They're all, and I'm in Houston right here, just for what it's worth. But any of these plays, right, will come out. Let's see, let's go with stick, and let's go with Y stick out of the double flex Y off close. This is a meta formation, right? If we were to come out, do the same exact concept that we were doing, right? Same everything, right? Defensively. If we were to go ahead and we can set up route combos, we can put, whatever we want out on the field. So we could go something that looks like this, right? Do whatever route combo you want, right? I'm not going to get too specific with route combos. But if you were to do this and you just hike the ball, the game automatically cancels the drop back for you. So if you have a good pocket, you simply just don't move, right? So like I stepped up one click right there just out of habit, but I want to show you what actually, like how this works, right? So go ahead, do the same exact thing. And like I said, I'm just throwing in random route combos here. if you just don't move, right? Like I didn't move at all right there. And you saw how there was no actual drop back and the contain didn't actually come in free, right? So look at my quarterback, boom. One step sits there. Now the tackle ultimately ends up getting beat, right? Like he picked up right here. Now, do I need to step up? Will that make it my, pocket better? Yeah. But with me making no movement whatsoever with my quarterback, the contain is picked up and it's picked up to both sides, right? You see on the right side, it's completely bagged. The left side, my tackle was still a bit slow to picking this up and ultimately ended up getting beat. But it's just a way for you to not have to worry about the pocket. So once again, that's just out of this meta formation. If you want the running back blocked, you could do so as well. Like I said, you can set up any route combo you want. And it's not going to matter if it's a play like this where it's stick. Like here, I'll use this trips tight end one, this reload play. This is not necessarily a meta formation, but it's one that you could use, right? So you like being in 5 wide, you could do something pretty cool. All right, how am I going to pick up the contain loop? They're going to glitch out my 5 wide, right? It's whatever the case, whatever you want to do right here, right? So say we wanted to go zig post combo, whatever the case. You'll see, boom, I'm going to go ahead, hike the ball. No movement at all by my quarterback. Like I didn't move the left analog stick at all right there. That was a stock drop back. And you saw that the contain itself never came in free. Boom, tackle reacts. I moved one click to the right, it looks like. See, boom, one click to the right, and then they're just looking for something to throw, right? And that's, again, you could do this out of any of these plays. That's the thing that I wanted to really focus on is go into your playbook, go ahead and just scroll through, right? You want to be in bunch Y flex, motion spacing switch. If you wanted to be in single back, right? Say you like the idea of being in strong close, you can freestyle out of double outs. You could do the same thing out of the gun bunch X nasty, this double outs play, right? So once again, let's call this. Go ahead, set it up. Boom, sit here, right here. Mug the gap. Now, here you can go ahead and reset the protection if you wanted to. You could make whatever hot routes you wanted to. Once again, not really paying too much attention to what route combos and stuff I'm throwing out there, but just in terms of picking up this blitz pressure, right? Let's go ahead. We're good to go. Boom. No real drop back. Find a read. Simple as that. So hopefully you guys understand the point of what I'm trying to break down, and you guys can find stuff that you actually like in your playbook. Like I said, a lot of people ask me what I run. It's on my stream. All that stuff is out there. I will be figuring out what I'm doing content-wise, hopefully soon, if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, and keep posting YouTube videos. We're going to keep having some fun with it. And if you guys have any questions, like I said, any of these plays that you'll find under this quick pass menu, they're all going to cancel that drop back, and you're going to be able to sit there without too much thought process involved in it and find something open. Like I said, and you can look at just random plays, right? Like PA counter go. I couldn't possibly tell you why this is a quick pass option. Every route is deep, right? But once again, if this is something that you really wanted to run, you could look into trips tight end and you could go, okay, cool. You can go ahead, set it up. Got the contain glitch set up to both sides. Go ahead. Whatever route combo that you wanted to throw out there, right? You could do a route combo that looks like this. This is a very meta route combo. And just know, I'm not going to have to do too much with my pocket. Not going to have to do too much of really anything, right? It's going to auto cancel that drop back for you and you're good to go. Now, just to show you the difference, right? Because I showed you one clip and I showed you a bunch of clips of the ability to cancel it automatically. Now, if you were to go and you compare that to some of these medium or deep passes, right? Like you'll see plays that a lot of people run. Like, let's see, I've never actually looked through these, but you'll see that there's just a ton of them, right? So let's go. Drive's a good example, right? So we'll just go drive white corner, bunch X nasty. A lot of people will look at this and then they'll be like, okay, cool. Right. So here you go. Now you look at this where you've got an actual drop back. And if you don't step up in the pocket, you're just dead. Right. It's just simple. You're just dead. If you don't step up immediately in the pocket, you're dead. But as I just showed you, that's because of the drop back. And you want to go ahead and stop that drop back from happening. And if you aren't comfortable doing it yourself, then you're going to need to go ahead and, you know, look, I tried to do it right there. And I've got a lot of practice in this, a lot of games played so far, and thought I did it right. Still didn't do it as good as it could have been. And you saw me get sacked. So just take a look at it. I'm telling you, it'll make your offense dramatically better. So hopefully you guys like it. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. And with that being said, catch you guys in the next video.